Welcome, dear grade 12 students, to this video, which is about the writing of module 5b, student book, pages 78 and 79. The two objectives of today's video are: number one, we are going to analyze the given cover letter and compare it with the previously studied personal profile. Then we are going to identify the formal words or phrases used in the cover letter. Dear student, please open your student book, page 78. You will find this piece of writing right here. Please read the questions right here and underline the answers in your book, and then once you have finished, please continue for this feedback. Now, are you ready? Okay, question number one, what can you see? What type of writing is this one? Exactly, it's an advertisement. What is the company? The company means the employer, and the employer is the Historic City Tours. Okay, where is it located? He is asking about the location. It is located in central London. And what is the job advertised? The job advertised is the job position, which is a tour guide. Right, what should the ideal candidate be like? Now he is asking about the personal qualities of the candidate. He should be, have you underlined these parts? He should be enthusiastic, energetic enough. He should be highly organized, and he should have an outgoing and lively personality, in addition to excellent people skills. What are the people skills? Why should the candidate have excellent people skills? In order to communicate well with people. He should be perfect at communication, persuasion, negotiation, listening to others, empathy, inspire people, etc. About the level of English proficiency, he should be fluent, right? And who will be the preferred candidate? The preferred candidate will be the person who has experience of working as a tour guide, right? Okay, let's continue. Now go back to page 73, specifically to the personal profile paragraph, and try to answer these two questions. Number one is, which requirements has Duncan included in the personal profile? In other words, when the company says our ideal candidate is so-and-so, these are called the requirements. In response to this advertisement, Duncan has included some of these requirements. What are they? Please underline them, okay? And the second question is, do you think Duncan is suitable for the job? Why and why not? Once you have finished, please continue. Now, are you ready? Okay. Duncan has included the personal quality that he is energetic, which exactly means enthusiastic. Concerning the languages, he said that he is bilingual. Okay, right. He also mentioned some qualifications. He has a degree in tourism. And he also mentioned something about his previous experience, right? So these are the requirements Duncan has included in the personal profile paragraph in response to what is required in the advertisement. Now, do you think he is suitable for the job? Sure he is, because he has included all the personal qualities and skills, all the qualifications and the experience required, right? Now that we have finished reading an advertisement compared with a personal profile paragraph, let's analyze a cover letter But let's take a quick look at the difference between a cover letter and a letter of application. A letter of application is the letter you write responding to a job advertisement and is intended to stand on its own, which means that you can write a letter of application and send it alone without a CV. On the other hand, in a cover letter, you usually draw attention to a particular information. Again, in a cover letter, you draw attention to particular information you wish to highlight and usually enclose it with your CV. So the letter of application can stand alone, whereas a cover letter is enclosed with a CV or a completed application form. Now, your main task here is to open your book, page 79, underline these components as you read the cover letter. You can pause and take 5 minutes. Ready? Okay. How about paragraphing? How many paragraphs has Duncan written? 4 paragraphs, right? How about the style? Is it formal or informal? Exactly, it's formal. There are no abbreviations. He didn't write "I'm writing," right? About the reason for writing, Duncan is writing to express his interest in the position of a tour guide. How about the place where Duncan saw this ad? He saw it advertised online at findjob.com. About the reason why Duncan is interested in this position, he says he is interested because it particularly suits his interests and career objectives. How about his current studies? Indeed, he has finished BA, and he says, I'm currently working towards a master's degree in international tourism and hotel management. Concerning his work experience, he says, I worked part-time as a tour guide for cityscape tours for 3 years. Right? How about the responsibilities during his work? He says that he was responsible for organizing tours for groups with specific preferences and then leading these groups throughout their itinerary. The itinerary is the planned route or planned journey. Okay. Concerning the skills he acquired, he says that he has acquired excellent leadership, planning, and organizational skills. Concerning the languages, he says that he is a native speaker of both English and German. He said that he also has a good command of Spanish and that he has been attending Chinese lessons for 6 months. Right? Concerning the result of his interest in other cultures, he says that he finds it easy to relate to and communicate effectively with people from different backgrounds. As for how to make tours memorable, he says that when a tour guide is fun-loving and energetic, okay, these qualities help a guide make every tour a memorable and enjoyable experience. Finally, is Duncan the ideal candidate? Yes, he is. He says, I have the necessary qualifications, qualities, and skills to successfully meet the demands of the job. So these are the components of any cover letter you are going to write. Put in your consideration paragraphing, style, the reason for writing, where you saw the ad or the advertisement, why are you interested in this job or position, your studies, your work experiences, if you have any, your skills and abilities, your languages, and why you are the ideal candidate. Okay? As for exercise B, please reread this cover letter and with reference to page 73, try to answer these two questions. Which information from the CV does Duncan also mention in the cover letter? And in what way are the cover letter and the personal profile similar? And in what way are they different? Okay, pause here, take 4 minutes, and then please follow. In the CV, specifically in the personal profile, he mentioned some of his personal qualities, right? It's clear right here. He also mentioned his languages, right? His qualifications and his work experience. Concerning the second question, both the cover letter and the personal profile are similar in the sense that they introduce the applicant to the interviewer by going beyond the CV. In other words, both highlight specific points or shed more light on particular information. But the point of difference is concerning the layout. The cover letter is a 4-paragraph letter, whereas the personal profile, as we have studied in the previous video, it's no more than 3 to 6 sentences or 40 to 60 words, right? In exercise C, you are given vacant boxes beside the 4 statements on page 78. You will write the number of paragraph in which Duncan does the following. So take 1 minute, do the exercise, and then let's discuss it. Now, are you ready? Okay. In which paragraph Duncan states his qualifications, right, in paragraph 2, and in which paragraph Duncan expresses his belief that he is capable of filling the position, exactly in 4, and in which paragraph Duncan states his reason for writing, in paragraph 1, you are right, and in which paragraph Duncan refers to the job requirements and other personal qualities he possesses, that's in paragraph 3. Excellent. In exercise D, you are going to take the statements or sentences that apply to this cover letter. On page 78, you are given 11 statements. Only 7 of them apply to this cover letter, and to help you, I'm giving these underlined parts. So pause, take 3 minutes to tick the 7 relevant statements that apply to the cover letter, and then let's continue. Are you ready? Here you are. The writer uses set phrases to begin and end the cover letter. The set phrases are phrases like, "Dear sir, I'm writing to express my interest in so and so," and to end the cover letter he uses, "I look forward to your response and yours faithfully." He mentions where he saw the advertisement online right here. He provides information about his educational background, the BA and the Master of Arts. He explains why he is suitable for the job. He is the ideal candidate for the reasons given here, right? He provides a brief description of his work experience right here. I worked part-time as a tour guide, etc. He gives the example of what he did at his previous job. He says, "I was responsible for doing so and so," and he mentions his qualities right here. He is fun-loving and energetic, etc. Right? As for exercise E, on page 79, you are given 9 words or phrases. These 9 words or phrases are informal. Okay, your task is to look for the formal words or phrases that correspond to these informal ones. Okay, is the task clear? Okay, pause, take 3 minutes, and then once you have finished, please follow. Are you ready now? Okay, the phrase relates to is informal because it's a phrasal verb, and it corresponds to particularly because it, instead of saying because it relates to my interests, okay, which is informal, the writer uses because it particularly suits my interests. The word goals is a simple word. It's informal. It can be used in informal writing or in speaking, and it corresponds to objectives, right? Now in paragraph 2 corresponds to presently, right? And how about get in the same paragraph? Get is informal, whereas acquire is formal. How about in paragraph 3? It corresponds to the formal one, regarding. So instead of saying about languages, we can say regarding or concerning languages. How about will in the same paragraph? Will corresponds to the formal one, effectively. Instead of saying and communicate well with people, to communicate effectively with people. Also in the paragraphs 2 and 3 corresponds to in addition in paragraph 2 and furthermore in paragraph 3. Instead of using the informal phrase the right person, we can use the ideal candidate, and instead of using as soon as possible in paragraph 4, we can use at your earliest convenience. Okay? Now that we have analyzed a sample cover letter and taken a considerable idea about its form and content and style, etc., and in preparation for the next video on the same topic, please read the advertisement of exercise F on page 79. Then try to plan and write a cover letter on your workbook pages 59 to 61, and do your best. Thank you so much for watching this video, which will be available on Microsoft Teams.